Take me back to, what is the early 90s, and who came up with the idea for the song?
All right. So I heard you in before the break, and you got that totally wrong.
Wait, Cinnamon was not involved in this, or Chocolate?
Wait a minute. I'm going to tell you the story now.
Okay.
Back then, it was a popular saying, right? So it's kind of like lit it was, or any popular catchphrase. There are going to be a whole bunch of people that make songs about it, right?
Okay.
So in my situation, we used to say it at a club I used to work at as the DJ called Magic City in Atlanta, Georgia.
How are the wings?
The wings are wonderful.
That's what I thought.
So, I remember, we used to just party, and it was one day, it's called Midshift, around 7 p.m. It was Chocolate, Cinnamon, Dark and Lovely, Coco, Vogue, and several other girls. It just kind of erupted. And it just kept going, right? And we had been doing it, but I never paid attention to it. And then it just went on the night shift with Vanity, Sparkle, Tinkle. So you understand? So it's basically a party record in the club. The customers love it. The guys loved it. And I knew being in the Southeast, we had to make something up-tempo. So I went to Steve and tell him the rest, Steve.
He came to me and said, "Hey, we need to make a song called Whoomp, There It Is." I'm like, "How do you spell it?" And he told me how to spell it, right? And then after that, he told me, "Hey, man, it has to be a up-tempo track, some down south stuff." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, man, we're from Denver. I don't know how to make that." He said, "Well, you're gonna have to, man." He said, "Do it your way." And then from there, man, he told me, he said, "Hey, man, just remember Planet Rock and Egyptian Lover, Egypt, and all that type of stuff, just some up-tempo stuff." And that's when I put the beat together, and we went to the studio, we laid it down, and shoot, the rest was history, man.
Okay, but when it's Whoop, There It Is, are the strippers taking off their clothes? Is that where it's...
Strippers are already naked. They're already naked. And see, back then, it wasn't about making it rain or throwing money. It was about who had the biggest garter belt. So if the girl's garter belt looked like an afro on their leg, that was the girl that had the most juice and had the most money. That's a historical fact.
Okay. Yeah. I knew this, by the way.
Can we get off of this?
Wait, this is part of the story. This is what makes the story so great.
I don't know if Geico's going to like this.
I think you're all set. When did you know you had something?
I left the studio, and it was on we mixed it down to a cassette tape. For all you youngins out there, a cassette tape was right after the 8-track tape, but before the CD, right?
I used
Popped it in.
drum machines and samplers to make the record.
Yep, exactly.
Not a computer, not a laptop.
Yeah, exactly. And I popped it in the tape because I was a DJ. I set up, popped it in, and I played it. And to this day, that is the biggest response I've had as a DJ on any record I've ever played. At least 10 to 15 people came and was like, "Man, what is that?" And I knew, and we had other songs and other songs done well. So I kind of sat on it for a while. I didn't really realize what I had. And then one of the girls was like, "How come you don't play Whoomp, There It Is anymore?" And I was like, "I'll play it for you." And I played it again, and it was the same thing. And then one of the record reps, Alan Cole, was like, "Man, give me that. I'm going to take that to New York and let them hear it." And then shopped it for a deal. And then we got with Bellmark Records, and I left Magic. I gave my 2 weeks in Magic City, left Freaknik 93. And a month and a half, we were platinum.
And it went platinum a few times.